So I want to talk about the disappearance of Brandi Wells in Longview, Texas. She came up missing 2006. She left Graham Central Station and hasn't been seen since. I decided to look into it. I found Brandi's mom's number and got in touch with her, talked to her, and she's, easy to talk to and everything, real friendly. And I was concerned about the video footage I had online and how Brandi had left and this guy kind of followed her out at the same time with the cowboy hat, and there's no footage of him coming in. And I was confused about the video being cut, not checking in, and it seemed like he's got a wristband where he checked in, but they don't show him checking in. And when I was watching all the video footage, I noticed, hell, I know the guy at the door that works at Graham's. I know the guy. I've known him for almost 30 years, and he actually put the wristband on Brandi that night when she checked in. So I contacted him, which is my first big lead, and he was kind of startled about it, and he was doing some other things, but he did talk to me, and he mentioned that he kind of wondered what happened, and he said that whenever they were going over the footage, looking at it after they realized she was gone, the club management said, whatever you do, don't talk to the police, and which is, I guess, Longview PD or whoever, and which is highly alarming to me. And of course, as you know, she hasn't been found. They found her car out there on I-20, and there was a gas can in the back, and I think her cell phone in the car, and then they found a cell phone at the park, maybe. I know they found a cell phone at the park, allegedly, and some guys found it, and later on down the line, try to take credit for getting rid of Brandi, whatever, and when it came down to it, there's nothing there, and I'm not going with that. I'm going with the guy that left and flanked Brandi, in the parking lot right there. You can see his shadow and her shadow leaving. You get a big screen TV and pull it up on YouTube, you'll see that, and they will not show him checking in, and I think they're protecting that guy. I can't figure out who he is. Even the guy I know that checked Brandi in that night, he won't say anything. Keith Lawyer owned the club at the time, and he's in a relationship with Joan Huffman, and I don't know, I guess when you got a lot of power and money and you're in politics, you can, just say some things, make things go away. I know a TABC agent that was fired for investigating the same club years later. There was a girl that was brought out to a car out in the parking lot from Graham's, raped. The guy went back inside. She got out of the car somehow because she was locked in there, crawled across the parking lot completely naked, and, seeked out help, probably freaking out, scared for her life. And the guy never got charges, and the TABC agent that investigated it against Huffman's, Joan Huffman told him not to, she said just leave it alone because Keith Lawyer owned the club and they're in a relationship, and the TABC agent got fired. So there was a big deal where he tried to sue the club or whoever, and the agent lost, and he lost his job, and which is suspicious. I think my main thing is, how alarming is it to be able to go to a club in town and you can be assaulted or kidnapped or killed, and nobody cares because somebody important owns this. So, however you see it, I don't know exactly who owned it whenever the agent investigated his deal, but it's still, if you've got kids and your kids are going to the club in town, I'd be worried. I'd be real worried. I know people that went there that night and they said they've never been back since because they're so scared. So it makes sense. But, there's a Longview investigator that has the case now, and I called him, and he said that he hadn't looked at the footage in a while. I gave him some ideas, and he said he'd contact me a couple weeks later. He never did. And I tried to call him back, and never would answer, never would return my messages, which seems suspicious. And it seems to me like they just want it all to go away, and that's sad. I mean, when somebody has that kind of power to just make it go away, I mean, they just don't care. Because normally if you care, and I'm talking to the parent of the victim, and they want some cooperation, they need help, and all you can do is get real quiet, that seems pretty suspicious to me. That's pretty alarming. So the whole thing is sad. I think it could have been solved quite a while back, but they've just protected the image of Joan Huffman, basically, and Keith Lawyer. So Keith Lawyer owns a lot of clubs and whatever goes on, and it's, I don't know. I can't even express it, but I mean, it's sad. So I'd be careful. I'd be careful letting your kids go to these clubs, and if they get in a bind and something bad happens, I don't know if you're going to get answers out of it, because apparently it's like dealing with the mafia. So Brandi Wells is still missing. We're looking into it. I've contacted the FBI. They're hush hush. I've got some pretty good pull there sometimes, and they won't even talk about it. So it's about like Ron Harani's deal. When some guys with the upper level deal, take somebody out, everybody gets quiet and they hope it goes away. It's just kind of like Lauren Thompson's case. So I've got to deal with Cole Jackson online. You should look at it. And I'm going to do a Lauren Thompson thing. I hate to, but I think it's time. There's not going to be a lot to it. But Brandi Wells' deal it's a real mystery, but it hasn't helped that they protected whoever's in the footage. Allegedly, we don't know who the cowboy is. The cowboy, watch the footage. I think it's around 12:39 at night. It's somewhere around there. There's a lot of footage. You'll see her leave. It's like he comes out of a different direction, and he's come out the door with her, though, and then he flanks her in the parking lot. Just pull it up on a big TV. You'll see the shadows kind of meet, turns her way, and then allegedly there's cameras in the parking lot. Longview PD had driven by in the parking lot 2 minutes before. They should have had some dash cam footage. There was a girl standing there, turned around and looked at both of them when they walked out of the door. I wish I knew who she was. So if you can figure that out, work it out. If everybody can help, and if you were there back when that happened, maybe you can recall something. And I don't know how you get in touch with me, but you might call Ellen Tant. You'll have to do some research because it's not easy. So that's all I got right now.